Hey, can I tell you a secret? These are the Pixel Buds Pro, and they are my new favorite earbuds that you can get right now. And I'll tell you why. So, Google hasn't really done anything new here, but they did kind of go the Apple approach by doing what's been done before, but in a really good way. I've been a daily Galaxy Buds user for about the past 5 years, and when we upgraded my wife's Pixel to the 8 Pro, it came with the Buds Pro. Loved them so much, I ended up getting my own, being that I wanted to stay married. Also, this is not sponsored, and we purchased both of these pairs with our own money. Let's start with design. When I first pulled out the Pixel Bud, I was thinking, you want me to stick this where? It's an absolute chunk, or so it seems. Looking at it, you would think there's no way that this thing would be comfortable in your ear, but it is. These things sit deep. That's probably how they get such good sound. Before we get into that though, let's go over some of the specs. They come in 6 different colorways, so anyone should be able to find one to fit their style. These are the Fog, and Lauren got the Bay, but they also come in porcelain, coral, lemongrass, and charcoal, which is basically white, gray, yellow, and black. The buds themselves have an IPX4 rating, which means they're safe for working out. The case though is only IPX2, which means it's basically just splash resistant. Speaking of the case, it's exactly what you would look for in an earbuds case. It's well made, easily pocketable, and has wireless charging. There's also a USB-C port if you prefer to go that route. It does seem like it will get dirty easily being that it's all white, but it seems to clean up pretty easy. Battery life has more than exceeded my expectations. You're looking at about 10 hours listening time with ANC turned off and 30 hours total with the case, and 7 hours consistently with active noise cancellation turned on, and about 20 hours with the case. A 5-minute charge will give you about an hour of listening time though. The sound coming from the 11mm drivers is crisp and clear and can be adjusted with a newly added equalizer to your liking. There's bass heavy for those of you that like the low tones, and treble boost for the higher highs. There's also vocal boost that works great for podcast or audiobooks, but my favorite is balanced. If you don't like any of the presets, then you can adjust it yourself with the 5 different sliders. There's upper treble, treble, mids, bass, and low bass. The conversation detection, although not perfect, it is the best I've used to date. Most other buds I've used, it has a pretty significant lag between the time that it detects your voice and turns on transparency mode. These are almost instant, but like I said, they're not perfect. At work, it would sometimes get triggered when I was using a sander or a table saw, and it only works when it hears your voice, meaning that when someone walks up to you and starts talking, transparency mode will not turn on until it detects you talk. I get why that is, being that it would probably be aggravating if you walked in somewhere and people were talking and transparency mode kept activating, but it'd be cool if you had an actual setting where you could toggle on or off. But like I said before, it's still the best I've used so far. So this is the audio quality you can expect from the Pixel Buds Pro. Now this is with active noise cancellation turned on. There shouldn't be a whole lot of background or ambient noise going on, but still it should help a little bit. We're just out here walking the dogs, but this is with active noise cancellation turned on, and then this is with active noise cancellation turned off. So let me know in the comments if you can tell a difference between the modes, but this is also on the Samsung S23 Ultra and not the Pixel 8 Pro. I'm curious to see if there's a difference between devices, Google being the software company working their AI magic. I imagine there might be some difference, but maybe when we get back home, we'll test that out with Lauren's phone. All right, so this is the audio from the Pixel Buds Pro on the Pixel 8 Pro. Now we are in a somewhat sound treated room versus being outside walking the dog, so it's definitely going to sound better in that aspect, but I just wonder if it's going to be any clearer or crisper. So let me know in the comments what you think. The controls are pretty much like any other bud. You tap for play pause, double tap to skip or answer calls, but the volume you slide forward for volume up and slide back for volume down. This is probably my favorite way to control the volume and pretty much prevents any accidental touches. Everything is controlled through the Pixel Buds app. It's pretty bland, but I have used worse. Here you can see all your touch controls and map the only mappable gesture, which is long press. You can set it to switch between ANC, transparency, and my favorite, Google Assistant. Now there's no need to say the wake word when activating Assistant. You just long press, give your command, and let go. Super useful, especially in a busy area. I like it mainly because I usually have a few devices on me that wake when I say the phrase. You know the phrase. It will also read your notifications and messages out loud to you. This is one thing that I really missed on my Galaxy Buds. When I switched to Google Messages, they quit reading my text to me. This isn't perfect, but it is helpful. For example, you have to actually physically press the Assistant button for it to read your messages, and there's no way to pick and choose from which notifications it reads. It just reads them all, whether it's Instagram, weather, or text message. All in all, I think Google really did it right here. The sound is great, the noise cancellation works great, transparency mode is clean and clear, and the battery is literally all day. I have no problem recommending them to anyone. Just know that if you have a smaller frame, that you'll probably want to go ahead and swap out the ear tips for the smaller ones as soon as you get them. That's going to do it for this one. Be sure to hit the like button if you found this helpful, and let me know in the comments what earbuds you use. If you're looking to pick some of these up for yourself, I will leave an affiliate link in the description below. Also, I'm still working on my Battle of the Buds comparison, as well as the Pixel 8 Pro versus S23 Ultra, so subscribe if you haven't already. You know the deal. Be good to yourselves. You know you deserve it. I'm Donnie B, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.